Tonight, we report on a Moses Lake man involved with a methamphetamine ring, and the Sheriff's Office asks the public to identify thieves. What's happening in sports, Bob?
The Mariners moved within a half game of Detroit for the second AL wildcard spot, and the mayor of Seattle is asking for fans' help at tonight's game between the Packers and the Seahawks. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everybody, good to be with you. Fine weather out there, dry conditions, and these temperatures a bit on the warm side for the next couple of days. I'll let you know how the weekend's looking in just a few minutes.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on I-501 News.
From the I-501 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is I-501 News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is I-501 News, and it starts now.
A Moses Lake man led a major drug trafficking ring that stretched from western Washington to Montana and was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. Robert Farrell Armstrong, a 50-year-old man, also known as Dr. Bob, was sentenced in federal court after pleading guilty in January of possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute. Armstrong was arrested in October during an investigation in Montana's Bakken oil field. Armstrong and his accomplices reportedly distributed large amounts of pure methamphetamine through a network of drug traffickers from Washington, including the Moses Lake area, to Montana, according to the District of Montana U.S. Attorney's Office. Enrique Lopez Solano, a 40-year-old Warden man, and Jaime Alberto Garza, a 42-year-old Othello resident, were both previously sentenced for their role in the drug ring. Solano was sentenced to more than 4 years in prison, and Garza was sentenced to 7 months. Quincy gave its final offer for a fire services contract to Grant County Fire District 3. The City Council approved sending one more offer to the district in front of a crowded City Council chamber Tuesday night. The two groups have been negotiating a contract for the district to provide firefighting services to the city for more than 2 years. A recent set of proposals and counter-proposals led to the district recently suggesting they enter into mediation.
Firefighters, businesses, community leaders, technology executives, port commissioners, farmers, pastors, and citizens are all concerned and want the city and the fire district to sign a long-term agreement for fire protection services.
The council members turned down mediation and instead made an offer which nearly matches the district's counteroffer. The only difference is the termination clause. The city is agreeing to a 7-year contract with annual increases between 2% and 4%. But the city wants to maintain the ability for either the district or the city to end the contract.
The City Negotiating Committee has been vigilant in trying to reach an agreement that's fair to the taxpayers and residents of the city. The committee is disappointed in the way this process has been handled by the fire district and its supporters, but is still hopeful that an agreement can be achieved.
A Quincy police officer involved in a collision with a semi-truck was not seriously injured. Police Chief Bob Heimbach told the City Council Tuesday that Officer Albert Gonzalez is doing fine after he was involved with a collision with a semi on State Route 28 on August 29th. Heimbach made the report as part of a request for a new police car to replace the one totaled in the crash. The officer was heading west on the highway when he reportedly spotted someone committing a traffic infraction that was driving in the opposite direction. When the officer attempted to make a U-turn, he turned in front of a semi and was hit. Washington State Patrol Trooper Darren Wright said he didn't know whether Gonzalez had his lights and siren on before the collision. Heimbach said he didn't know if Gonzalez saw the truck and is waiting for the results of the investigation. The chief said the officer was bruised, but otherwise he is fine. 2 men were caught on camera stealing fuel from a Moses Lake area farm early Wednesday morning. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public to help identify the 2 men who stole an unknown amount of fuel from a property in the 11,600 block of Road 5 Southeast. The thieves reportedly filled several small gas cans. No vehicle was seen in the area, according to the Sheriff's Office. The thieves were caught on a wildlife camera installed by the property owner. You can view the pictures online at i501.com. If anyone recognizes the two men in the photos, they are asked to call the sheriff's office at 509-762-1160 or send information to crime tips at co.grant.wa.us. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
Are you looking to improve your or your child's smile? At Casciati Orthodontics, we make it our mission to make braces more affordable and fun. Our business has proudly served the Columbia Basin for over 20 years, and our new conveniently located state-of-the-art facility offers a relaxing environment full of fun activities for the kids. We accept all types of insurance and have convenient payment plans available. Give us a call for a complimentary evaluation, no referral needed, or check us out on the web and make an appointment online.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local community since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Good to be with you, everybody. I'm Ceci Gutierrez with your local weather report from the One News Weather Center. Your weather segment is brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places. Let's begin with a quick look at your headlines across the area. Quiet weather for the rest of the week. Now overnight tonight and during the next few nights, we are anticipating for these temperatures to be on the cool side there for cool nights up ahead. Warm afternoon temperatures a few degrees above where we should be for this time of the year for the next few days, and the heat expected to return for the weekend most definitely. We are under the influence of a high pressure system, dry air mass across the region. Now these temperatures, the high registering this afternoon in the upper 70s, that warm up beginning as we head into this Friday. Mid to lower 80s should be the normal high for Ephrata. And just a trace of precip accumulation, the sun setting at 7:32 this evening. Across Moses Lake, temperatures topping out around 80, 50 was the low, 7:31 the sunset. Quick peek at the conditions outside your door in the mid-70s with mostly sunny skies. That wind out of the northeast, very light, around 3 miles per hour. Here's a quick look as we head into the overnight hours. Dry air across the region. Now a bit of a precip scenario across and along the border of northwestern Montana and Canada, but overall for us, dry conditions, partly to mostly clear skies. As we head into this Monday and throughout the weekend, we are expecting for some nice weather to continue. These temperatures a bit above average. Now that this high pressure system in control expected to move in southwest of our area, and that's possibly going to allow a weak frontal system or a weak storm system to move into the area and potentially bringing cooler air mass into the region, or better yet, more seasonable temperatures. So for this Friday afternoon, we're expecting to finish off this work week with dry conditions, partly to mostly clear skies, and these temperatures around the mid-80s. Taking a closer look across the basin Friday afternoon, mostly sunny skies will prevail and readings in the mid-80s, mid to upper 80s. Here's a quick recap. During the next few days, mostly sunny skies, those warm temperatures, especially as we head into the weekend and beginning of next week with mostly sunny skies. More seasonable as we begin next work week into midweek into the mid to lower 80s. Good to be with you, everybody. This weather segment brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer, Toyota. Let's go places. We'll be right back with sports.
Toyota wants to know, how do you celebrate summer?
We go fishing.
We like to hike. We love camping, mountain biking,
as often as possible.
No matter the activity, there's a Toyota perfect to take you there. From that favorite fishing spot, camping area, or just a great summer drive, including Tundra. Now offered with reduced APR financing or an amazing lease. For details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today and enjoy your summer to the fullest. Toyota, let's go places.
What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. With the local book telephone directory, it's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
The Quincy Jacks are making some last-minute tweaks to their game plan as they prepare for their opener against Cascade Friday. Quincy is returning to the Central Washington Athletic Conference after playing in the 1A Caribou Trail League the past 2 seasons. The team has been absent from the playoffs since it left the CWAC in 2012. But with a heavy-laden senior squad, Coach Stephen Wallace expects his Jacks to be in contention at the 2A level this year. A couple of players Wallace is leaning on to take the team to the promised land are senior captains Stephen Gomez and John Lindquist. Gomez anchors the old line at center and is the team's run stuffer at linebacker. Lindquist, a converted running back off last year's team, will take the helm at the quarterback position. He's expected to present a dual threat with his arm and legs. The city of Seattle is asking thousands of Seahawk fans to delay uploading videos or sharing photos during tonight's NFL season opener. A spokesman for Mayor Ed Murray said officials want to ensure that 911 calls can get through. With 20,000 expected to join the festivities, Jeff Reading said fans can help keep wireless networks clear as they struggle to keep up with the activity. A 2-1 win over Oakland Wednesday put the Mariners within a half game of the second AL wildcard spot. The game was scoreless until the A's' Adam Dunn went yard with a solo shot in the bottom of the 4th. Back-to-back homers by Kyle Seager and Corey Hart to lead off the 7th put the M's up 2-1. The home runs erased a stellar start by John Lester, who had given up just 4 hits through 6 innings. Felix Hernandez gave up 1 run off 3 hits and 8 innings on the bump. The Mariners' ace picked up his first win in his last 4 outings. Hernandez has a 19-7 record and a 2.5 ERA in 34 career starts against Oakland. He's 4-0 with a 2.15 ERA and 5 starts against the A's this season. Fernando Rodney closed out the 9th with his 41st save. The win moved the Mariners within a half game of Detroit for the second AL wildcard spot. It also closed the gap to 3.5 games behind second-place Oakland in the AL West. The Basin High School football season kicks off Friday, so if you have some time on your hands, be sure and get out and root on your local team. Coaches and players will appreciate your support. iFiber Communications will be broadcasting the Moses Lake Chiefs Southridge Sun game live on Channel 1. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. We'll be back after this.
Game time.
Papa's in the house.
Wow, what's all this?
I'm all about stats. For instance, have I got some numbers for you? Papa John's, a leader in online ordering.
You bet, Jim.
You were the first pizza company to offer it nationwide. What's the secret?
Jim, it's the pizza.
To celebrate our online leadership, get Papa John's new double pepperoni and bacon pizza for just $12.
Better ingredients,
Better pizza.
and a better way to get it, papajohns.com.
Searching for that perfect place to settle down? Whether you're looking for an elegant single-story, spacious two-story, or a custom home on acreage, Aho Construction can aid your decision with a streamlined production process that saves time, money, and natural resources. Compare us to other builders and see for yourself what advantages you can get by choosing an Aho home. Our philosophy is that we do things right the first time around. Start planning your dream house today with Aho Construction. Call 509-766-1366.
Our spotlight story tonight is about how one man is showing his family's connection to the Grant County Fair. Reporter Jeff Chu met with him and talked about his donation.
All three Grant County commissioners honored Moses Lake's Gene Harwood Wednesday after Harwood gave the Grant County Fairgrounds a $50,000 donation. Harwood's daughter Debbie and her husband Al Roble joined Harwood at a small ceremony in front of the Fairgrounds Pavilion that now bears his name as a sponsor. Grant County Commissioner Carol Ann Schwartz gave Harwood a special Fairgrounds ribbon thanking him for the donation. Schwartz was joined by fellow commissioners Cindy Carter and Richard Stevens. Harwood, who is about to turn 97 years old, said he was happy to make the donation to the fairgrounds. He said his children and grandchildren have participated in 4-H Grant County Fair animal events for many years.
This building, pavilion, has been sitting here for 4 or 5 years without a name on it. That's probably prompted me more than anything to make a donation to see my name up there. I'm overwhelmed by it. It's beautiful.
How long has Harwood and his family supported the fairgrounds?
Ever since 1950.
County Fairgrounds manager Jerry Gingrich said the donation started when Schwartz got a hold of him.
Phone call from Carolyn Schwartz, the county commissioner, and explained to me that we had a citizen interested in sponsoring one of our buildings, and she put him in contact with me. And one day, Gene Harwood walked into my office and said he'd like to sponsor the pavilion that doesn't have a name. Evidently, years ago, when we built the pavilion in 2008, I believe it was, he at that time showed an interest in, similar to the Ardell Pavilion, was sponsoring it, but at that time he didn't have the cash assets. He had a lot of bonds and things like that. And now he's established a trust fund, and he wanted to have this as his legacy to his wife, his family, and to himself.
Gingrich explained how the $50,000 donation would be used.
We're actually going to use it to upgrade this to what we can to that extent. It's actually still in really good shape, and we appreciate his donation. We're going to look at other things that need improvement in the similar area. One of them is the restroom immediately behind here that's used by the people that rent this pavilion, and upgrading that or actually even replacing it. But we do get a lot of horses, horse groups in here. Cutting Horse prefers this pavilion. A lot of the 4-H groups prefer this pavilion. We asked him explicitly, you know, what would you like that money used for? And he said it's entirely up to us.
Gingrich said the Harwood Pavilion has long been nameless, sitting next to the larger Ardell Pavilion.
You know, everybody refers to the Ardell as the Ardell Pavilion, and this was always just Pavilion 2. Well, now it's the Harwood Pavilion.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back after this.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Clary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Welcome back. A Moses Lake man is going to prison after allegedly trying to stab his ex-wife. Jesse Oliver, a 47-year-old man, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to violating a court order. As a part of the plea agreement, prosecutors dropped charges of assault in the first degree, assault in the second degree, and witness tampering. Oliver's previous 9 felony convictions led to a sentence of 5 years in prison. The victim reported Oliver became upset when she asked to make a protection order permanent at the Grant County District Courthouse in Moses Lake. Oliver followed her from the courthouse. When she pulled to the side of the road to turn around, Oliver reportedly got out of his car and ran to her window and tried to stab her with a butcher's knife. In Northwest news, authorities in Colorado demonstrated the explosive consequences of making hash oil. Firefighters recreated an explosion today using common things you'd find in a kitchen or garage: a casserole dish, coffee filters, a bicycle pump, and butane. All our evidence in hash oil explosions caused by people illegally extracting THC from marijuana. Investigators say this is what happens when amateurs spray butane gas into a sealed tube filled with marijuana. The butane dissolves the THC into a liquid, butane gas collects in the environment, and a spark blows it all up. The spark can come from sources as harmless as a light switch or static electricity. Police say there have been 7 such explosions in Colorado since October 2013. The extractors risked death for a profit of about $3,500 per plant. Representative Doc Hastings endorsed Dan Newhouse to replace him in Washington, D.C. Hastings announced his support for the former director of the Washington State Department of Agriculture in a joint appearance at the Richland Community Center. Newhouse is competing with Clint Didier to replace the retiring Hastings. The representative pointed out Newhouse's work as a farmer showed him the importance of maintaining control at a local level and using sound science to make decisions about using land. Hastings stated Newhouse wants to help Central Washington residents solve problems and make government accountable. Newhouse responded by stating he was honored to receive the endorsement. On the lighter side, if you are a pet owner, you know the feeling of dread as you catch your pet eating something that they shouldn't. If you ever wondered where your socks went, you might want to check your dog. A Portland area family found their missing socks inside their Great Dane's stomach, all 43 of them. Well, actually 43 and a half, of all colors and sizes. The disgusting discovery was made after the 3-year-old Great Dane started vomiting repeatedly. His owners rushed him to an animal hospital where the dog had surgery. He made it through the surgery fine and went home healthy a day later. And that's going to do it for us here at iFiber One News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.